The story begins by showing Skull Island in 1973. On this island, we were shown an old man who was a scientist and had come here to do research. While recording the video, he says that I have collected a lot of information for you people. I have also made some mistakes, which I want to fix, but then suddenly the scientist started running away from there because there was a huge spider monster behind him. A very big spider that had many long legs. The scientist ran towards the shore. There was sea ahead. Now, before the monster could attack him, he threw his research bag into the water. The spider monster was moving forward to attack him when suddenly a very large monster came out of the ground. The one who was looking very dangerous comes and attacks the spider monster. Due to this, a fight broke out between these two monsters. Meanwhile, the scientist gets the opportunity and starts running away from here, while both monsters fall into the sea while fighting. And the scientist sees his bag floating in the water, which contained all his hard work, that is, research, and also had the mark of Monarch on it, which is a secret organization. Now from here, the scene shifts to 2013, where many fishermen take out a lot of fish from the sea, in which they also found the scientist's bag. And now we come to 2015, that is, the year when the incident of Godzilla's attack took place in 2014, 1 year after that incident. This entire movie is made on the timeline, so sometimes we will go to the past, and sometimes the story will come back to the present. Now in 2015, we see a girl named Kate whose dad had died, and she was going to her dad's house in Tokyo. She was sitting in the plane, and when she reached the airport, she saw pictures of Godzilla painted everywhere. She started thinking about the incident, when Godzilla attacked. Due to this, she got very scared, and now she is at the building of her dad's house. While she was talking to her mom on the phone, when she opened the door with the key and went inside, she saw stuff lying there. She realized that some family was living inside the house. When she moves ahead, she sees a picture of her dad, in which he was with another family, a woman and a boy. Where the boy and the woman come out and come in front, they were mother and son. Actually, here Kate's dad had married this woman. They are very surprised to see Kate. They ask how she entered inside. She tells them that she has come inside by opening the key because this is my dad's house. Hearing this, the woman and her son are quite surprised. That boy's half-brother's name was Kentaro. Now, we go back to see a past scene from 1959, where the same scientist was shown, whom we had seen in the beginning, but here he was young. He was being accompanied by his doctor friend, whose name was Keiko. There was also an army officer here for their protection. Actually, all of them were going to a place to find out about the radiation. Here it was found out that he is the grandfather of scientist Kentaro. They also landed at a place and found machines to detect radiation. To protect themselves from those dangerous radiation rays, they put on the masks. When they were moving forward in the forest, they saw a boy there. They also got scared, as did the boy, and they pointed the gun at each other. But Keiko explains to the boy that, "Calm down, we will not harm you, but we can help you." Hearing this, the boy puts down the gun and starts telling them that many strange things are found in this forest, which is why many people have been there before you too. Keiko asks what is special about this place, and the boy tells her that there is an empty city nearby, and people like us believe that there is a way to go from that city to hell. The boy shows them the way to go. He himself leaves from here. These people move ahead and finally come to the city, which was completely transformed into ruins. You can also see a power plant here. Now, when Keiko checked the radiation here, it wasn't presented here. She is quite surprised, because this thing was very strange. She tells her friends that we should go inside the power plant and check, so they move ahead. The scene comes again in 2015. Kentaro tells Kate that you are not looking like a dad at all, and she shows them the pictures taken with her dad. She says that dad cheated everyone, you guys and us too. Now Kate is trying to find out this from her. Whom did her dad marry first, while her stepmom wants to know how their dad died. Kate's stepmom also asks her when the Godzilla attack incident happened in 2015. Were you with your dad? She became sad after hearing this, and without giving any answer, she left from here. In the past, those people had moved ahead and came to the power plant area. They planted bombs at different places and made explosions. The bombs burst and got radiation signals from the ground, and then earthquakes started happening there. The ground and the building started shaking, seeing which these people got very scared. Now, when Kate was talking to her mother on the phone, the alarm started ringing. Everyone starts running away from there due to fear. Kate was not able to understand what was happening here. Suddenly, her stepmother and brother Kentaro came here and started running away, taking her with them. They came to a station that was a place made to remain safe from Godzilla. Coming inside, Kate's stepmother told her that the government had created many more such safe places to escape from Godzilla, which she became very nervous after hearing. It meant that once again, there was a danger of Godzilla's attacks. Now her mom and brother ask, "Was he with you when your dad died?" To which she answers no. And now she started remembering the time in 2014 when Godzilla attacked. At that time, she was in a bus when Godzilla destroyed a bridge in front of her eyes and overturned many vehicles. Obviously, he is very dangerous and a very big monster in size. Now Kate had come out of the bus, where she had seen Godzilla very close. She got scared, and she helped the children. One by one, they got many children off the bus, but as Godzilla threw a stone on the bus fell into the ditch along with many children. And seeing this thing, she became very sad. This incident makes her very sad, even in the present time, but her stepmother handles Kate. In the past, all three of them reached a ruined building. Below them, they see many big eggs. They were given what looked like a dangerous monster. Now, two of Keiko's scientists say that we should go down and take samples of the eggs, but the officer who came to protect them refuses, saying that going down will not be without danger, because there could also be that monster there whose eggs are there. They were talking when suddenly Keiko hung there and said, "I will go down." The officer also stops her, but she says, "Don't worry, I will come back in just 5 minutes." He agrees and says, "Okay, but I will also go down with you." Now there are safe alarm rings in the building. That is, everything is safe. There is no danger. So everyone comes out of there. Kate's brother and stepmother ask her to come with them, but she refuses, and she starts leaving. Then Kentaro tells her that I know that Dad had a lot of secrets. You want to collect information about Dad, but for this, we have to go to Dad's office. You come with me. She agreed, and both of them came to their dad's office. But Kate did not find anything useful here. But her eyes go to the map on the wall. As soon as the map was removed, there was a locker behind it, which required a password to open. Now Kate puts her and her mother's birthday, Kentaro's birthday, and his mother's date of birth in the locker one by one, but this password was wrong. The locker does not open, but when she puts the dates of all four together, the locker opens. After seeing this, Kate says that Dad loved us all equally. In the locker, they find the bag of Keiko's friend, the scientist, who was their grandfather. On checking the bag, many hard drives are found that contain all the research data. And there was also a mark of the Monarch on the bag. Seeing this mark, Kate tells Kentaro that she had also seen this mark during the 2014 Godzilla incident, where Monarch soldiers were recording everything there. Because that company was created to keep an eye on Godzilla and such monsters, Kate tells Kentaro that we have to find out what is inside these hard drives and who our dad actually was. Kentaro says that she is a hacker friend of mine. She can help us in this matter. So now these two went to their hacker friends. She checks the hard drives and says that they are very old. Kentaro tells her that if you look at these hard drives and explain them to us, then I will give you money. Due to this, the hacker got angry, and she got up and went away. Because Kentaro was her friend whom she was angry with, she refused to help them. But when Kentaro said that we need to know about our dad, then please help. That's why she agreed. Shortly thereafter, Kate also came here, with whom the hacker girl comes to her house and starts understanding their hard drives by putting them in her computer. Because all the data in it was in codes, and there were a lot of data files. As they opened these files of data, another hacker girl also came to know about this, who was an agent. And she informed her senior agent about this, on which he said that I would handle this matter. The agent also asked for help in this matter from his other hacker partner. All three of them were sitting in Tokyo and looking at all this data, but they did not understand anything because, along with the information about different monsters, there were also different footprints. Now they also see the same map, which was in the office of Kate and Kentaro's dad, on which the marks of Monarch Company were made at various places. After seeing Kate, she says that in 2014 too, the soldiers of Monarch Company were keeping an eye on Godzilla's move. I think Monarch would have a lot of information about all these things. After hearing this, Kentaro says that this means that in 2014, Dad was also in San Francisco, where you were, Kate, and then Dad killed her there. To which Kate tells me that they were in San Francisco but had left. From there, she starts telling me that after the Godzilla attack, I tried to talk to the dad, but she herself came to meet me and gave me a letter. He said that I have to leave from here. You take this letter and leave with your mother. At that time, Kate gets scared and says that my mother is ill. You cannot leave us like this. Do you care about us? Her dad says I love both of them very much. But from now on you will have to take care of your mom yourself." Saying this, he left from here, and I felt very sad. In the present time, she becomes very sad while telling this and further tells us that we got a call from Alaska that your dad's plane had disappeared somewhere in the storm. Now they find a picture in the data in which Keiko was standing inside the paw of a very big monster. Kate tells me that she is my grandmother, but I do not understand what she is doing here. In the past, Keiko and the officers came down with the help of ropes, where the monster's eggs were lying. Keiko was taking DNA samples from the eggs when suddenly an earthquake started and the ground started cracking. And with this, the monsters start coming out. Seeing this, the officer and Keiko start running away from there, but the children of the monsters are after them. Both of them hang on a rope and start climbing up, where the scientist friend starts to pull Keiko up. But some monsters have grabbed Keiko, so the officer keeps firing at them. The scientist was trying to pull her up from above, but a lot of monsters had grabbed Keiko, so they pulled her down. Both of them became very sad after seeing that. Now we see the time of 1952, in which the incident in which Keiko was taken away by the monsters occurred. It was 7 years before. Here, the same officer was in front of his senior. The one who tells the officer that you have a job to do is given the responsibility of protecting a Japanese scientist doctor, whose name is Keiko. Following his orders, the officer leaves from there. He comes and meets Keiko, and he tells her that I'm responsible for your protection. So these people moved ahead from there. Here, Keiko told him that we have received some radiation signals, and we are going to search for them. In the present, Kentaro was very angry. He went to his dad's office and started throwing things here and there. Here he finds some files in a box, all of which were marked with Monarch. Among them was also the officer's file. Kentaro comes to know everything about him. Along with this, another hard drive was found nearby. Keiko and the officer came to a forest, where they had to do research, but here Keiko realized someone's presence, from where the scientist again turns out, and the officer pointed his gun at him. But when he said that I am a scientist, the officer lowered his gun, and this is how these three met here. Here, the scientist told me that I had come here to find out the truth. When Kate came to the airport to go back in 2015, the same agent also arrived who had come to know that these people had opened the data on the hard drive. Here he threatens Kate to give us all the information about Monarch. Otherwise, your life may be in danger. Hearing this, Kate agrees to give the information. But as soon as she got the chance, she hit the mobile phone at the agent and ran away. But then she was caught by the agent's partner. And now both of them put Kate in the car and moved ahead. The agent put a cloth over Kate's mouth. Due to this, she got very scared and started moving hard. In this way, the vehicle also got out of control, and a very bad accident happened. Meanwhile, taking the opportunity, Kate quickly got down and ran away. Kentaro again met his hacker friend. He comes near and gives her the hard drive, and he says that you have to understand this also. She takes the hard drive, closes the door, comes inside, and starts collecting all the secret information about the Monarch, and starts understanding them. Kentaro comes home, where his mom is sitting with photographs of her family, in which she also finds the officer's photograph. In 1952, the scientist tells both of them that I have been here for a long time, and that I have found out that there is a strange dragon around here. From his mouth, radiation comes out, and I think it is because of their signals that you have come here. After hearing these things, the officer tells him that your words are nonsense, just like yours. So now you get up and go from here. After hearing this, Keiko tells the officer that this can be useful in our research. That's why if you want to go, you can go. I don't need any protection, on which the officer also says goodbye to him and leaves from here. And then Keiko and the scientist also move ahead from there. While the scientist tells her that my job is to find out about different monsters, all the monsters pass through the same path, on which path I have researched and made a map. He shows that map to Keiko, while she shows the chart of the same radiation. When both were mixed together, they became complete. That is, a complete map was formed. Seeing this, both of them get quite shocked. Now the scientist takes Keiko forward according to the map, where they see a destroyed Navy ship, which this scientist had also traveled, but he was the only person to survive. On the other hand, Kate reached the hacker girl's house. When she was moving ahead, the hacker girl secretly held her hand and took her to the side. Because here they were agents. They were checking the hackers' computers, so these two girls started leaving quietly. When Kentaro was sitting with his mom, suddenly he got an emergency message asking him to leave the house. Along with this, the doorbell also rings, and when Kentaro goes and checks, the same agents are there who now enter inside. They tell Kentaro to give us the bag and files of that scientist. And then Kentaro's mother also says, go inside and give them the files. She had signaled to Kentaro. When Kentaro left from there, the agent started looking around, and he was surprised to see the picture of Kentaro's dad. After going inside, Kentaro ran away from the other side. Although the agent also chased him, he only got an empty bag. Keiko and the scientist went inside the ship, where both of them went separately and started searching. Here, Keiko starts hearing strange sounds. While the scientist comes to a place and starts searching for something, Keiko also comes. She understands, after seeing the scientist's name on the box, that he too had come on this ship. Now, the scientist had also told her everything about it. She asks what you are looking for here, to which he answered that proof. Because I want to prove that what I saw on this ship was real, because I was the only one left alive from this ship. On the other hand, when the officer was coming back, he got radiation at one place. He also sees something shiny in the sky. Due to this, he comes back. On the other hand, Kate and the hacker girl come out of the house and come to a place where, yes, they also find Kentaro. By now, they had come to know that those agents were after us, because of those files. So Kentaro tells them that a man can help us in this regard. Both of them reached a place in the ship where the bodies of the dead people were in bad condition, because they were frozen in ice. Seeing the condition, Keiko gets very scared. When they come out from here, they see some liquid, which was falling from above and was fresh. Seeing it, Keiko says that apart from us, there is someone else here who is very dangerous. Due to this, both of them got very scared, and the scientist leaves from here with Keiko. Now, all three of them had come to a safe place. After coming here, they meet the officer, who was still alive, but now he has grown old. Scientist had recognized him due to his dad, which makes him very happy. Now the officer comes out with three of them, and asks, how did you find me? Then Kentaro says that we learned about you from the secret files of the Monarch. Because your file was also there. Here the hacker girl notices that there are cameras installed at various places. When she asks the officer about this, he tells her that this is the secret place of the Monarch, and I have been kept locked here. He also shows the tracking device by which he was observed. Hearing this, three of them try to leave, but the officer tells them that there is no use. Now Monarch Company has tracked you, and you have come under its eyes. And now it will not leave you until it gets some information from you. He says that I will help you find your dad. She then takes out her tracking device and goes with them. On the ship, the monster attacked Keiko and the scientist. Due to this, the scientist gets stuck here. Now here the officer comes back, who, along with Keiko, saves the scientist. They quickly come out of the ship. Before the ship falls on them, at exactly the right time, they run away from there. And now the same monster comes out of the ship and attacks them, but they save their lives by jumping into the pit. Now, when they see that monster, they come to know that it is a dragon monster, which is very dangerous. Seeing this, these people get very scared, whereas in the present, the officer was talking to all three of them, saying that the alarm is going to go off in a minute and we have to get out of here to find your dad. Kate refused that the officer says, I don't want to go with you, but I will still find your dad. He is like my son, and he is the last person left in my family. Then the alarm rings, and all four of them quickly go and sit in their car. The officer started moving towards the gate, while the guards also tried to stop him, but he went ahead. When he moved ahead, he was also stopped by the stopper, who had come out. So now the officer used his sharp mind here, and he turned the car at full speed. Then he drives faster and breaks the back door and leaves from there. In the past, once again all three of them, that is Keiko, the scientist and the officer, get together. The officer tells them that I've called the general here, so that he can help us by giving funding. That will be useful in our research, because now we can't keep everything secret. Along with that, the general comes here with his army. Seeing him, the scientist says that I don't have much trust in this general. Going forward, the general met three of them, and said that you all did a very good job. Now I want to see what you all have. T2 is actually working for Monarch. When they went inside, they show the general a very big footprint of Godzilla. They tell him that it was found from Indonesia. The general asks if you can show any picture of this animal. The officer immediately says that we can even show you this whole animal. The scientist tells the general that now we need nuclear bomb, some weapons and some important stuff. The general asks why all this, what is going on here. Then Keiki tells him that we have found radioactive animals, which are very dangerous. The officer expands the matter and says that because of them, we got bombs and weapons for research. You get them arranged quickly, on which the general agrees and leaves from there. And because of this, all three become very happy. The scientist says that I think there will be many more such animals and monsters, those who might be living hidden under our land. Then we will have to do more work on this, the officer says. But I do not think so, because the surface of our land is completely straight. So according to me, there will be no living creature below it. Then Keiko says to the officer that you should understand what the scientist is saying, because all three of us have been doing this work together for many years. And it is possible that the scientist is telling the truth. Because if those animals do not live on the ground, then they must be living somewhere in the present. After leaving there, they stop the car at a place. The officer checks those files and tells that it was of the same file of the scientist that your dad might have found. So he kept it hidden in the office. Here Kate and her brother Kentaro remember that Dad has a habit of frequenting sharpening the pencil. The hacker friend tells that I have copied all the data of these files in my laptop. The officer sees the same picture of Keiko when she was standing inside the footprints of Godzilla. He tells Kate and Kentaro that your entire family used to work for Monarch, hearing which both of them are shocked. The officer tells that it is very difficult to stop such animals on the ground. That is why all this has to be done. Now all four get down from there. They boarded the ship because now they were going to Korea. In the past, in 1954, all three of them came to an island in Indonesia, where the footprints of Godzilla were found. Now they started working under the general, and gave him all the information. And now as soon as people come here, they are shocked to see that the general and his army have already arrived here. The general had also brought a nuclear bomb with him, but he had also ordered that as soon as Godzilla is seen, it should be shot and killed immediately. Keiko gets very angry after seeing this. The officer goes to talk to the general and says that we had demanded these things from you, so that everything remained under us. We did not say that you people also come here. The general says that these animals cause destruction all over the world, so I cannot take any risk. Now I will handle things as per my own. Now Officer Keiko and the scientist became very disappointed, because they understood that now we can do anything. In the present, the hacker messages someone that I will be back soon. Saying this, she throws her phone in the sea. Seeing this, Kentaro asks, "Why did you do this?" She says angrily, "What do you guys want? I don't understand." She is coming, and I don't trust any of you. Kentaro says that if it is so, then you can go. Now she started saying that I have made a big mistake by risking everything and coming with you guys. My life can also get spoiled in this way. After hearing this, Kentaro gets angry and leaves from here. After some time, the officer tells three of them that now we have to throw these data files. Hearing this, Kentaro gets angry and says not to throw, because it is related to my dad, and also I don't understand why we are going to Korea instead of Alaska. Then the officer tells him, because I don't have a passport to go to Alaska, so we need a plane. We're going to Korea because I will take the help of my friend. And as for throwing these files, of course it is related to your date, but this data is important. If it goes into the hands of Monarch even by mistake, it will be very bad. Now Kentaro too understood. That's why he himself throws the files in the sea. One reason was that all the files were copied in the laptop too. When these people reached Korea, the officer was called to check the passport. They told the officer there that we have accidentally forgotten our passports. The guards caught them along with the three of them. Now one guard arrested them and started taking them in the car. But then this guard comes and beats that guard and makes him unconscious. Because this guard was actually a friend of the officer. He meets the officer and takes them in the car away from there. Now the bus from Monarch comes to the agent and his companion and says that today is my daughter's birthday, which I am left and have come here only because of your carelessness. That officer has also escaped from our prison. The agent's colleague started telling the boss that that special thing that is the files has been stolen. And it is the agent has figured this out. The boss tells the agents that right now you are coming with me. Then he says that we should find the officer and those files. There is a lot of trouble going on here. It can even be dangerous. Meanwhile, the agent's partner got a call, after listening to which he told both of them. The officer and three people with him have been seen in Korea, and I think the agent is right. The officer and the missing files can be dangerous. So we should go after those people. Then the boss agrees and says that both of you go quickly and go after them. All five of them came to a place in Korea, where the officer's companion brought them near a plane, and told them that next we will go through this. In the past, in 1954, the general and his team made the complete setup and made a complete setup for Godzilla. Suddenly they start getting radiation signals, with which Godzilla starts coming out of the water. Everyone gets shocked after seeing him. These people were also recording him in the camera, and were also seeing themselves that how big is he. The general orders to kill Godzilla. Keiko felt bad after hearing this, and she went ahead to stop him. but the same officer catches her. Now, they shoot Godzilla with a nuclear bomb. A big explosion there, with which Godzilla is killed. Due to this, Keiko becomes very sad and starts crying profusely. In the present, they sit in the plane and move ahead. The hacker girl tells I have checked the files, where I have got some more data. This was actually the data of Kate and Kentaro's dad research, in which they get a kind of signals, the coordinates, of Alaska as well as some other countries. Then Kate tells that dad's plane also disappeared when they were going to Alaska. The officer started saying that perhaps these are the coordinates of the same place. This must be where his plane went missing. When Carol was sad after the death of Godzilla, here the scientist comes and takes care of her. The officer also comes and tells them that the general has refused to give funding. But he gave me a blank check and said that from now on you can work as per your own wish and bring such animals from all over the world, for which you will be paid the demanded amount. And this thing will remain only under Monarch. That is, all the information will be known only to them and will be hidden from the whole world. On which Keiko says that can it happen that we tell all the information only to each other and keep it hidden from Monarch? Whatever idea both of them liked, they decide that we should work under Monarch, but will not tell him the important information. And now all three of them became very happy, because they had trust in each other. The present day, officer's friend tells Kate that we have reached Alaska, where you can meet your dad. Because Kate was angry with her dad, he explains to her that she should meet her dad nicely. Because if he dies, later you will regret your attitude. Respect him in his life. During their conversation, a very loud storm starts coming, and the officer's friend tells that we are about to reach those coordinates. Now the officer says that now I will fly the plane. Now, he comes and sits on the pilot's seat, and starts controlling the plane. He started moving the plane towards the hill during the storm. Everyone was very scared, because they thought that now they will die due to collision. But the officer shows his wisdom here too. He very easily takes the plane upwards and flies away. The coordinates where they to come, he lands the plane there easily, seeing which everyone laughs a lot at first, but they became very happy because of their survival and the officer. After some time, they get down from the plane and start moving forward. They found some parts of the broken aircraft, seeing which they guessed that his plane might have destroyed here. And also, they found a dead body there, seeing which Kate and Kentaro got very scared, thinking that it might be the dead body of theirs. But Kentaro checked and tells Kate that this is the dead body of the pilot and not of our dad, on which both the sister and brother feel satisfied. After walking a little further, they see a tent. When they went inside, they came to know that someone had been doing research here for a long time. Seeing the garbage of pencil sharpening there, Kate and Kentaro understand that there was dad here, which means that he is alive. Both the sisters and brothers are very happy to know this, and embrace each other, and for the first time both of them meet each other. The officer's companion sees big claw marks of the monster on the plane, due to which he gets scared and asks them to run away, because he understood that there is a dangerous monster here. The officer's companion starts the plane. All the people started running behind them. But suddenly a huge ice monster comes out of the ground and attacks the plane, picks it up and throws it. Because of this, it was destroyed. And now the monster freezes the plane, and the officer's companion with his blow. Standing around, the officer and all three of them were watching, and got very scared. Because this monster seemed very dangerous. It had a strange face, and now it started roaring with force. In the present time, 2015, a lonely girl was lying in a deserted place. Actually, she had also come here to do research. She was a worker of Monarch. Suddenly she started hearing a sound from the device lying in the van. When she checked, there were signals of the monster. So she immediately sends a message Monarch through radio, that I've received signals from this monster where I'm. On the other hand, the ice monster has killed the officer's companion. And now he is attacking them too. So he breaks them into pieces and starts throwing them towards them. Now he goes after them. Everyone quickly starts running away from there. Kentaro picks up the flare gun and tries to attack the monster, but unfortunately he misses the target. That is why Kentaro also starts running away, and all of them come nearby and hides in the cave. The monster now climbs on this cave. Due to his heavy steps, the cave started breaking, due to which the hacker girl's foot slipped. She fell there. Her foot got stuck in the snow, which these people helped. Together they started taking her foot out from there. Now these people became silent. After this, the monster leaves from there. Hacker starts saying that she is having a lot of pain in her leg. On this, the officer tells the officer to calm down. Otherwise, the monster will come again. After some time, they comes out of the cave. where the hacker girl gets angry at Kentaro. She said that I should not have come with you people. But now we are shown the time of before 1 year, in which there were machines for making art. You could make anything in these machines, and this art is made by Kentaro. Because he is an artist and his boss also praises him a lot. She said that everyone will like this thing in today's exhibition, and you can benefit a lot from it and you can go ahead. In just 2 hours, your exhibition will start. Kentaro's mother is also very happy after seeing the poster of his exhibition. She tells Kentaro that I and your dad are very proud of you, and also praises him and says that my son will go far ahead. Happily, he comes out and he starts making a picture of the poster of his exhibition. Meanwhile, the same hacker was passing by. She stops and tells Kentaro that perhaps you have made a picture of me. He replies that I am only making a picture of my poster, but you came in between. The hacker said, but you are looking very cute in the picture. Okay, let's go for a drink. The hacker replied, I'll come, but you will be late for your exhibition show. Kentaro said, I will come after some time of the exhibition. Now in the present everyone was moving forward. The officer tells them that these monsters are very dangerous. Kate tells the officer that it is not so cold right now, but when the winter increases, then due to there being no place, there will be a lot of cold, we will be killed. Can we use your friend's stuff? Kentaro says on the right side of this place, I had seen a place like 2 houses. The officer asks both the girls that both of you had seen the place, on which both of them refused. The officer tells Kentaro that there must be no houses there. You must have had an illusion. In the past, both of them came to a club and started drinking, and started telling each other about themselves. Kentaro said that I am an artist. The artist hacker told about her that I know all the work of computers. The hacker told him that in future you will become a very big artist. I think so. Then Kentaro replied that I am not very happy with this, because art is not everything. After which both of them have come to Kentaro's house, the hacker girl looking at his arts and started praising him, saying that all these things are amazing. They should be in the gallery, not here, and you will go far ahead. And soon Kentaro has a message from the gallery. He tells the hacker to come with him. In the present, when these people came to the place told by Kentaro, there was nothing there. Then Kentaro says that according to me, it is on the other side. Gut gets light from one place. The officer said that we should go there, because there might be a hotel there. Hearing this, Kentaro said that the place I saw is near, and this place of you people seems far away. Hacker tells him the place you're talking about is just your imagination, otherwise it is nothing like that. Officer tells him, Kentaro, if you want to go there, then you can go, we will meet again. Take care of yourself. Hearing this, Kentaro agrees. Saying goodbye to them, he leaves from there. While walking, it became night. As soon as he reached a place, a storm started coming. Along with it, his boss's voice was also coming, who was telling Kentaro that you should not have come here. Kentaro sees the water is in his bottle, has also froze and turned into ice due to the cold, after which he too fell down and became unconscious. On the other hand, all 3 of them moved ahead and came to a place from where they could see the light far away. The officer says, at such places, we often have thoughts about the closer things and have imaginations. Such thoughts come as if something is not actually happening. And if it continues like this, we will die in the cold. When Kentaro regained consciousness, he has thoughts in which he sees the hacker lying with him, that both of us were looking at the beautiful sky. This actually happened in the past when both of them were at Kentaro's house. They were lying on the bed and looking at the beauty of the sky. While leaving, both of them exchanged their numbers. The hacker girl got a call from her sister, but the hacker disconnected the call by saying that I love you very much. When I come back, let's talk again. On the other hand, in the present, the hacker girl was looking at the sky like Kentaro, saying that it is really very beautiful. She told Kate that if anything happens to me, then definitely tell my sister. Kate encourages her that we will definitely get out of here. Nothing will happen to you. We have made a tent for you, and also lit the fire. The hacker says, but I will not be able to come out, and if I die then you leave me here, and save your life and get out of here. The officer comes and tells Kate that the fire is putting off, and shows some papers and says that now I don't have anything else to burn these, but these seem to be important papers for your dad's research. Should I burn them? When Kate sees the hacker in agony, she says yes, burn them. The officer creates a fire by burning the papers. He started moving ahead from there, where the snow monster came once again. He was moving ahead, cracking the snow ground. Seeing this, all 3 got scared and quickly ran to the side. The monster attacked from below and destroyed their tent. He absorbs all the fire there within himself. Now seeing his terrible form, these people get very scared. In the Monarch, the boss tells everyone that the signals given by that boy are very big. The next attack can be very big, hearing which the general says, "Then what should we do now?" Then the agent comes on video call and says, "For all this, we should have the research of the scientist Kentaro's friend. Everyone in Monarch must know about the monsters, which is possible only when we have the research of the scientist. There, the officer says that we will set fire at one place, and when the monster comes to attack us, we will run to the other side. In this way, we will easily fool the monster and run away, because that monster mostly moves towards you." Here the hacker has a thought, and she sees the bodies of dead people lying there. On the other hand, when Kentaro was moving forward, he hears the sound of his dad, along with which he saw his dad in front of him, but he passed by him. Kentaro realized that it was his thought, due to which he became very sad. Below he found the waste of pencil sharpeners, which was very much, and he chased that. He keeps moving ahead, where there was the hotel with his exhibition in front of him. But in reality, these were those two small houses, which he had seen earlier too. He could only see the hotel in his mind, and now Kentaro got up and went inside the hotel. This was the place of his exhibition, where the machines containing his art were lying. And now he sees his dad in the art, along with which his dad came from behind. That was his thought. Kentaro tells him that I had not sold my art, which is why my boss fired me from the job. You said that I was very talented and intelligent, but this is how I disappointed. Also, I couldn't find you, and I don't even know whether you are alive or dead. Her dad says, "I love you very much, son. I am very proud of you, the art you have made. I and the whole world like it." Now, when Kentaro comes out of thoughts, I find the trash of radio and pencil. From he understood that dad was here and this is his job, so now he used the radio here to call for help. The officer was preparing to set fire by pouring petrol there, but the monster attacked from below, due to which the officer falls there. And seeing this, Kate and Hacker start running away from there. The monster follows them. Meanwhile, there was a helicopter in front of them, towards which she started running, but the hacker fell down. The monster seemed to blow on her. She pushed her bag forward, due to which the bag froze. In this way, the hacker is saved from freezing. Seeing both of them in trouble, the officer makes a big blast. And now, as the monster's attention is drawn towards the fire, he starts running in that direction. When the officer wakes up, he sees how the monster is absorbing the fire inside himself. And now he also started running from there, and moving towards the helicopter. There was no one else in the helicopter but Kentaro. He started taking them in one by the monster, who had seen them till now, once again came back. Before the attack, all three board on the helicopter and leave from there. In this way, their lives are narrowly saved from the monster. Now these people also see the place from where the light was coming. And seeing this, these people came here. These lights were actually coming from the ground. When morning came, Kate thanks her brother Kentaro, that you saved our lives and it was good that you went away. At least you have brought help. Kentaro says that I found the place about which I had told you. Found the garbage of the pencil sharpening, which means that dad is alive. Knowing this, Kate also becomes very happy. When the officer looks at the hacker's laptop, it was frozen, due to which he got very angry. Now when these people stopped at the helicopter base, when the door opened, there was an agent in front of them, who tells the officer that it is very nice to meet you, because he had finally caught them, and now it is possible that he could imprison them, and take all the research from them. Or else these people run away from here due to their intelligence. And with this story ends here.